Welcome back, folks. Today, in our Wizardry 7 adventure, we're going to start out by looking at our map, refreshing where we are in Orc Ogre Castle. Alright, we were in this room. If I recall, we had flipped a switch over here, and that opened a door back down here. Okay. Let's just save, take a little bit of a nap. After that nap, we'll renew our buffs. Okay, well that was a full night of sleep. Let's find out who's waiting for us in this next room. A gaggle of whispers quickly hushes as we enter the chamber. I bet it's just like before, where we've got company in this room. Well, let's poke around a little bit. Interesting. Oh, great, and here they were. Well, pleased to meet you fellas. I bet these unidentified Gorns are going to be rangers, maybe lancers. I don't know. Let's find out together, though. Deirdre, let's put them to sleep with your music. I mean, not that it's bad and people want to sleep because you're playing your music, but it's so soothing and lulling. One thing that I was looking into. So this number right here, according to the Cosmic Forge editor, whatever tool you'd want to call it, this is a feature of the mage class that's been added in. That is essentially a level 2. Either a level 2 frost shield, or sorry, ice shield, or a level 2 air shield. I'm gonna guess it's the ice shield. And so when it's a red color, then it's a level 2 fire shield, and that's just a feature of the mage class now to start the fight with a little bit of elemental protection. But the opposite of elemental protection is some magic missiles to the faces of our foes. Maybe that magic missile was a little more powerful than it needed to be, but hey, I don't think anyone's ever going to fault you for being over-enthusiastic. Kind of surprised that I actually probably could have tapped that button and gotten out of this room without a fight at all. Ooh, I did not look at experience levels, or how far Deirdre and Fran have before they level up. I do remember that Deirdre is going to need a point of vitality in order to class change. So we'll take a look at their XP totals after the fight's resolved here, and be more cognizant of how many more combats we might have. Oh, 14 javelins, that's That's a lot of javelins. Alright, Blythe, your inventory's full. Okay, let's see. Deirdre, 5,112. How's everyone else looking over here? The class changed people. Alright, well. After that's going to be 7,386. Oh, gosh, just plain javelins. Didn't even need to find out what exactly they were. Okay, that happens. Hey guys, what's up? You may have seen us having an engagement with some of your fellows over there. Yeah, they started it. Let's just blast him to the face. Javelins. Fran, are you gonna start getting into track and field competitions? Oh, Gorn leaders. We gotta take them out first, I bet. Okay, and now it's a red, so that means we got a little bit of fire shield action going on. So the heretofore unidentified Gorns look to be rangers. I think there's 2 left in that party that we're going to have to deal with. Well, never mind that. I think we're going to have to be dealing with a terminate game and reloading for this fight. Hey guys, I know you're on the other side of that door there. Just wait. We're going to have a nice little campfire here, make a few s'mores, get a few spell points back, and then we'll come on in there. Oh, well, I guess these spearmen heard the word s'mores and just could not resist. gosh, do I mean, we did just rest to get spell points back. Let's throw a shrill sound. That won't be any use against the tougher opponents in the next room anyway. Alright, now we'll do a little bit of healing up after that fight, because, wow, they really took a liking to stabbing Connie in the face with their spears. We'll take a little bit of a nap again. And I think we're all good now. Buff up, please. Alright. Alright, this is take 6. Still on expert difficulty, but we only have 8 Gorns to face this time, so this looks like the easiest attempt so far. Connie, can you actually put these guys to sleep? Could put the leaders to sleep, that would, you know, at least maybe take one turn away from them. Deirdre, I know we just had you try to play these guys a lullaby, but we're also going to have Fran, magic missile them. Fran, maybe your spell will go off first. Alright, well, Connie's attempt to sleep the leaders did nothing. But Fran's spell did go off before Deirdre's lute playing. And it's actually killed two of those fellas back there. Surviving unidentified Gorns have all been put to sleep. Goodness, I worry every time I saw them taking a swing at Deirdre and Fran, because those ladies are not looking in good shape. Meanwhile, you up in the front keep fighting. Deirdre, please, hide. Edith, you need to heal Fran. And Fran, I know there's only 2 of them, but let's do our best to finish those fellas off. Ooh, Deirdre did not hide. But the prismatic ray did take one out. Maybe everyone else can eliminate the other Gorn leader? Hey, a critical strike. Great job, Connie. And now he just has some sleeping Gorn Lancers. You hide, you hide. Edith, heal, Deirdre. Fran, blast him with the biggest frost you can. All of these surviving Lancers should have taken significant damage from the magic missile earlier, so I am not surprised to see them fall so easily. Okay, well, there we go. 6th time was a charm. We got a spear and some armor. None of this is probably... well, that might have been a spear plus 2. We'll at least pick it up. After this level up. Deirdre, I pray you got that vitality because I don't want to have to do that fight again. Oh, I think we're going to take magic missiles. Okay, vitality. Vitality. No vitality. Okay. We'll take a look at what class we can move you into. Let's just give her some pole and staff. Always good to just put points in a pole and staff when you don't know what else to do. So I've been pondering this. I might just keep Fran and Edith in their current roles until they get up to 98 in their main casting ability. That would give them access to level 7 spells. And that just seems like a huge advantage to get those as soon as possible. So that's maybe take them to levels 10 or 11, and if I keep them in their role, they can kind of carry the rest of the party while everyone else is changing classes. So that's what I'm probably gonna do that. But for now, we have to pick a mage spell that we can learn. I'm going to take anti-magic. That increases the odds that the enemy will fizzle their spell casts. So it's a pretty good defensive thing. It's not quite like anti-magic, not anti-magic, magic shell. Magic shell has a chance to reduce the level of spells that are being cast at you. But you can have both up. Magic Shell is a long-term buff that you can cast out of combat, and then you can always cast anti-magic in combat. to kind of double up on the protection against enemy spellcasters. Alright, and we were going to just pick that up in case it happens to be a spear +2. Blythe? Nope, just a normal spear. Back to the ground. Blythe, what's this? Studded chausses. Is that better than the Jazzerine skirt? No, it is worse. But is it better than leather leggings? Oh, it can't be worn by a... Yeah, it can. Oh, she's probably just full in her inventory. Yep, that was better than them. With their leggings, let's replace your fur leggings. And fur leggings, don't replace fur leggings. Don't replace her fur leggings. And don't replace her fur leggings, so we can get rid of those. What's that? A quilted tunic. Everyone but mage and priest. Let's just check. You got better. You've got better, and we have mage and priest. Okay, drop that. Alright, let's take a look here at Deirdre's situation. So, I was going to have changed her into a ninja, but she's not capable of that. So, I could make her a samurai. And then from samurai to monk. I think I'll just, I will change her to samurai. So, congratulations, Deirdre. You're no longer a bard. You're now a samurai. Now, was this an extended weapon? No, that was a short-range weapon. Somewhere... got some long-range weapons. That is not usable by a samurai, though. Not usable by a samurai. Not usable by a samurai. There we go, samurai. Is that a one-handed? No, that is a two-handed weapon. That's okay. Oh, right. She can't equip that cloak now. Do we have a thief, bard, or ninja? No. I guess I'll just have to hold on to that. Actually, can you put that in a chamal doublet? That's -6. That is not as good as a leather hauberk. Or just leather hauberk. Alright, well, that's something. Okay. Now let's just take a look-see here at our map. I mean, for me it has been quite a while. I had a lot of failed attempts at that fight. You know what, I am going to take a nap here. Get some magic points back. Oh, hey guys. Fran. Incinerate them. maybe did not need to bless us, but oh well. Well, I guess they didn't all die, so bless was a good idea. What? I want to just check. Now that Deirdre's is no longer a bard, can she still use bard items? She abuses it. I do not think that sounds very much like someone who can actually use the item. Start learning thaumaturgy as a samurai. Oh, a spell already. I guess these are level 0 spells. Yeah, someone else who can cast sleep. Now, if I'm going to change her from a samurai into a monk, well, she's already got... I think she needs to get 1 more point of strength and 5 points of piety. And those are the only stats we need to think about, so I think from here on out we'll watch if she gets increases in piety, and if not, well, we'll be reloading again. There's a grate we can't open. Grate ahead we cannot open. Who's in here? No one? Stairs down, but room here, no one in there. Gorkunga, the killer ape. A large crystal clear window in front of you permits viewing into the small chamber beyond it. As you stand there looking through the transparent wall, a small furry ape-like creature whizzes past you inside the enclosed area, making faces as he passes. You watch him for a few moments as he jumps up and down, climbs the walls of his cage, and makes the occasional obscene gestures, from which he seems to derive a rather smirking sense of satisfaction. It appears he enjoys well the role of being Ogre Castle's star attraction. Well, we are prepared, Mr. Ape. For you see, we have the secret weapon. We have bananas. Upon seeing the batch of yellow bananas dangling in front of the window, the playful chimp immediately jumps up and pulls the lever on the wall. The window slides back with a snap. The frenzied monkey leaps headfirst at the bananas, grabbing them from your hand and sailing on past you, weighing out into the corridor at full speed, rounding the corner and heading out of sight. Suddenly, a band of passing Gorn calls out, "Hey you, what's the big idea?" Oh, goodness gracious, we monkeyed with another monkey's monkey and we got a gorilla on our hands. Whew, Gorn Ashigaru and Dark Forest monks. Oh, that's right. We can't put them to sleep with Deirdre's spell with Deirdre's instruments anymore because not being a bard. Alright, so we'll use Connie's samurai magic to sleep those monks. Deirdre. Let's throw some rocket sticks at those Ashigaru. Edith. I'm gonna bless the party and hope that the Ashigaru are taken care of by everyone else. Fran, although Connie is trying to sleep them, I would not be too upset if you... Well, we could try anti-magic. You know what, we'll anti-magic ourselves, or rather anti-magic the enemies as a defensive measure. I don't know if that's going to work if the Dark Forest monk use alchemy skills, but hey, we'll give it a shot. I mean, the worst thing we do is just reload the game again. Oh no, Fran's been paralyzed. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about the effects of whatever spell she would have been casting. Good job putting him to sleep, Connie. Oh, and the sticks fizzle. Ow! Oh, hey, look at that. Deirdre's dead. Well, terminate game. This is take 4. In this fight, we only have 3 Gorn Ashigaru. Let's try it. It is still expert difficulty. Well, it didn't kill any of them outright, but it did turn one to stone, and that is as good as anything else. Nauseating and insanity on the other 2 is also some pretty darn good crowd control. Edith, why don't you heal Blythe? She got roughed up pretty well there. And with what's left here, yeah, try shrill sounding them. Oh, of course you had to smash the stoned one. Oh well. Lucky the insane guy will turn on his companion and do the trick for us. Or, you know, just laughing hysterically also is good enough for me. Edith, heal thyself. Then Fran. Yeah, just try and frost burn him. Alright. Now, ideally, after this fight, we'll get 2, maybe 3 levels on Deirdre. See, look at this, a chest. Never seen a chest drop from an enemy after you defeat him. But it happened here again. I'm going to leave this thing alone, because I've never seen it before. I don't want to deal with it, because it's probably going to kill me, and I don't want to fight that fight again. So now, we just pray that Deirdre gets some piety, or we'll have to really revise her plans of becoming a monk. Oh, but first we're going to have Angie and Blythe who leveled up. Cool. Angie, you got a point of strength. Awesome. Could you get an intelligence? No. Well, I'd like you to get an intelligence in the next 2 levels. So, I have faith in you. Alright, she's going to be able to learn the next level of priest spells. Divine Trap and Identify. Dispel Undead. For now I am going to pick up Divine Trap, though. It's just a handy utility spell to have on hand. Blythe, can you get 2 points of Dexterity? No. You're going to need 2 points of Dexterity in the next 2 levels, or all of your plans for future development are going to be screwed up. And she is not going to gain any new priest spells because she does not have 18 theology. She is only going to be able to take that level 1 spell. Alright. You want piety. Piety, please. Piety. That was not piety. But by now you definitely have more than enough strength. Deirdre, what do you have against faith? Okay. Well, I am not doing that again. Throne room. Only the faint, distant auras of burning candles are visible beyond the gate. Yeah, but we got a lever. Now those auras of faint glowing candles are visible through an opening. Shadows dance upon the walls of the dark and gloomy cathedral, and emptiness pervades the chamber deep within every crevice. Faded tapestries, illuminated by the candlelight, depict scenes of warring tribes and victorious battles, and you glimmer that these represent eras of history now long past. Once, this masterful stateroom was no doubt a bustle of activity, filled with endless politics and head-rolling decisions. Now, only the lone figure silhouetted upon the distant throne, somber, forlorn, staring out as if pondering thoughts a million miles away, breaks through the depression which so clouds this desolate, desperate arena. Approaching the hunched and staring figure perched upon his throne of twine and bone, he gives no motion acknowledging your presence, but in a deep, guttering whisper begins to speak. So the gods have decided to put the old king out of his misery at last, eh? Look you now upon this soulful guise, but once it was not so. How the orchard blossoms have faded in the fields. Though my army still stands strong, their strength is but a shallow weakness, for their spirit is broken. And now they wage war upon themselves, having lost that fleeting essence which fuels the heart and makes possible all loves and desires. The vision of their destiny has been broken, shattered by the crushing presence of you who come from the stars. What grim irony that your visage now stands so mockingly before me. Shall you be the ghosts of my tormentors to haunt my dreams in the hereafter? Or merely be you that come to put the sword in my heart and end this mortal suffering? I see it all now, so clear. Worlds within worlds continually unfolding. The boundaries of time crossed and overlapping as easily as one might step from the garden into the forests. Like simple fish in the oceans, flipping and darting, living out their days unaware of the unseen universe which lie in the skies above their heads, so near and yet so far. How likened unto every man, that all these galaxies swing and orbit around him, continually in his sight, and yet never seen nor glimpsed. Save that small portion which leaks into his momentary vision and births 1,000 tales of miracles into divine conception. I pray you, grant this king these ramblings. Would that I could take my mind and thrust it upon you, but instead am forced to fling only the feeble stones of words. But tell me, strangers, what cause brings you this day? And now, I get to type what I would have been told as the password if I had the letter from Captain Beauregard to give to Lord Gallier. All those videos ago. And I hope I spelled that right. What's this? The D'Artagnan alliance at end? Then the prophecy is indeed come. So be it. We shall all play our part as was foretold, and meet in the infernos of the hereafter. But perhaps there be slack enough for dangerous sport with the oracles in this. For who is to say that an end is naught but a gateway to some new beginning, and the pages yet unread be deliberately concealed? I think I see much mischief in the fates, and perhaps it not be too late to learn their game. But what say you? Be you willing to take a part? Sure, yeah. Then listen closely and be quick. There be a sacred piece of parchment in my possession, and methinks more mischievous deeds it can do in your hands than mine own. I grant you, do as you will with it. For once the writings be done, it is then that we players may yet learn to depart from the script. In my bedchamber lies a secreted wall. Hurry there, and therein find the gate which fits this key. You will inside find what you seek. And you got an item. Go now, away. In me the seeds of new plans do quickly sprout, and methinks I shall find further sport amongst my own troops. Later, King. So, I always liked the writing of that encounter. It really hits home the whole, we are the invaders. We and the Trang and Umpani and the Savant. But, collectively, all of us people from off-planet suddenly showing up and doing stuff really messed with the whole tenuous balance of power here on this planet. Edith, another bless, if you would. Fran, magic missile the snot out of them. Who or whatever they are. Alright, Rangers. Good job with a crit, Connie. Now we're getting barbed javelins. Wow. Now I've got to admit, I have never I'll get to that in a moment. The room is a rather austere sleeping chamber, being distinguished by the mounted head of a large carnivore above a flat wooden slab, undoubtedly a grand display of local taste and resting comfort. So I have never before actually gotten the map out of here. By the time I've gotten to it, it has always been taken by someone else. So I am going to be astonished if it's there this time. Opening the ancient chest, you discover that someone else has been here recently, as it is empty, save for the dusty webs of evaporated spiders. Alright, and this time was absolutely no different from every other time I played the game. But there is more to do. This room is dry and stolid, its only feature being a single large mattress stuffed with sticks against the far wall. How do I know from this distance that it is sticks? I mean, is one of my characters like a master upholsterer? I can tell just by looking. Oh yeah, that's a stick-stuffed thing. Under the mattress, you discover a set of brushes and combs made of bone and stiff, bristly hairs. And a flat plate of polished steel lying underneath mirrors a dull but accurate reflection of your likeness. You found those things. Angie, do you have room for them? Yes, you do. Okay. Now let's look at the map. We have, I think, yeah, finished up this floor. Let's go back up. Oh, went a little too far. All right, let's see. That's Gorkunga, or rather Gorkunga's lair. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Gorkunga's not in right now. But I guess if you're going to make an issue of it. Fran, what do you got? Yeah, level 3 fireball. Okay, did you get piety? No. Well, I have to reload because I need to get her 5 points of piety, and you can't possibly get 5 points of piety in 4 levels. This is the 5th fight since I reloaded the game after Deirdre did not get that 1 point of piety she needed for her level up. We'll see how this one goes. A lot of these fights have been against Gorn Rangers, who have been a pain in the ass because they keep blinding us. At this point, all I want is that 1 point of piety. and that apparently is too much to ask for. So what was that been? 4 level ups, and none of those times, with all the stat increases that she'd had, none of them was a point of piety. Oh my gosh. And that's like 10,000 knives when all you need is a fork. Or maybe it's like meeting the man of your dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a poet. Or a 1990 songwriter. So much of this play session's footage is going to be left on the editing room floor. I mean, what's the digital editing room floor? Just a desktop recycling bin, I guess? Alright, you last of the Gorn spearmen. Prepare to die. And we didn't even get a level up. That's fine, I'm saving. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, but I just can't keep playing anymore. I've got to cut out a lot of fights from this video. So, thanks everybody. Thank you so much for watching me do this thing. I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.